welcome back to Japan, where we are reviewing the latest Alia song, STEROID. Now, I must admit that I am in a hotel, which is why you've got slightly worse sound quality today, but you've got a kind of interesting background, I think. I think it's an interesting looking room. I had a choice of rooms. I picked the most interesting looking one. Anyway, as you guys also know, I might be accused of a bit of Alia bias because they're a group who I kind of slowly got into. It took a long time to get from our first listen to our second listen, but we've now listened to quite a few songs. I know they don't get as many views, but I think that they are a group who's really interesting, and I really hope that people do check out their music with me. I gave them a fair few awards. I think we've given them 3 awards now in our end of year awards ceremonies, and we've only been doing 2 of those so far. So yeah, this is a group who obviously I like, but as always with groups I like, I tend to hold them to a slightly higher bar of what I expect from them. Alia always offer up something different and interesting each time, so let's see how this song goes. The name is certainly interesting. Anyway, I did give it quite a few listens, and then I got into thinking, what shall I say about this? Here are my thoughts.
Alia once again head into the more frantic and melodramatic area of their wide-ranging sound here. STEROID certainly give you a lot to process also, that much is for sure. Taking advantage as usual of the band's large arsenal of instruments, there's a prominent usage of strings and piano helping to convey the intended manic tone of the track, with a solid rhythm section and another pelting ARMA performance. STEROID immediately hits all of the Alia signature tropes that will endear it to fans and leave those previously unconvinced probably no further moved. But the question is how effectively this lands. The song certainly sits better after the second or third listen, because the deliberately unsettled tone and plentiful rapid changes do result in a messy first impression. However, if you invest in that second time around, knowing that STEROID is trying to come across a bit unhinged, it adds to the charm a tad instead. The wobbly high-pitched backing vocals, the sudden one-beat use of a baby crying in the bridge, the constantly noodling piano in the background of the choruses, they have a contextual quality that is in keeping if you accept the tone this track is going for. They are used as colouring for what is otherwise a pretty straightforward pop rock song with a catchy chorus, taking solid writing and framing the mood. Again though, what one person sees as playfully stylistic choices, another may find a barrier to enjoying the piece altogether. Hence my earlier comment that I don't see this so much winning new fans as rewarding those who were already awaiting its arrival. The real positives of STEROID are that it sounds fresh and inventive and manages to convey its intended feeling with a visceral energy through that. The chorus is memorable and the vocal work passionate. Sounds are layered thick in all but the bridge, where we simplify to just a simple, loud guitar riff, replacing the previous wall of sound with more of a direct battering ram. Thus, STEROID is bouncing with energy and designed to overflow the senses, which I think it kind of successfully does. Perhaps its only real failings are how all of this affects the chorus. The left field production choices that require a second listen to contextualise are very prominent in the choruses, which is troubling for replay value if we are to consider this song was put out alone with a lyric video, therefore replay value was clearly intended. The high backing vocals, which are so brilliant when chipping in during the pre-chorus, become a bit much in the hook after a few listens and don't seem to add to the power. The hectic piano work in the chorus amplifies the emotional tone of the song, but without ever letting up, therefore serving to suck a little bit of energy and drive and purpose away from the mid-range of the chorus instrumental, especially given that the big emotional hook sees the guitar all but disappear off the radar. The result is a big, passionate hook, like I say, and it's sung from the bottom of the lungs, but it just somehow seems a bit low energy. The manic sound was achieved, but slightly at the cost of the power, is really the only thing I can take away from that. Therefore, I find STEROID much more endearing and interesting than necessarily begging for re-listens. That said, I can imagine this being a very strong album track. In context of a playlist, as a dramatic step on a larger journey, there I think STEROID will come into a much stronger light for its wonderful theatrics. So, what is today's silly metaphor for this song? Well, STEROID is that one friend who you invite to all your parties and always has a big, crazy, fun story that everyone laughs along to but probably questions the validity of. Likeable, endearing, hold your attention, but you don't see them every day and probably spend more time with your more relatable friends.
Well, this song is certainly nothing if not interesting, and what an interesting use of the sound of a baby crying. Yet, like the most annoying sound in the world, somehow managed to make it a kind of cool moment in a song. Can you guys think of any other moments where people have used really weirdly annoying sounds to actually do something cool in a song? I'm really interested in that as a question as well. Looking forward to some replies to that. But as a general, I'm looking forward to replies and opinions as always, because I've presented what I think about this song, and I think this is a really interesting song. So now I want to see what you guys think. How did it appeal to your taste? Did you like it? Dislike it? Did you get anything from it? Get in there, justify your opinions, and start a bit of conversation, which I'm looking forward to greatly. As always, if you like or subscribe, that is also greatly appreciated for YouTubery reasons. If you follow any of your social medias in the links in the description below, then that could be good for you, because you could get to have more discussion about music. There's always people talking on our Discord after all. Yeah, we've got a really cool community of people with all different tastes in music, and all with a slight leaning towards just liking Japanese music as well. So get in there, tell us what you think, whether it be on social media or in the comments. Do by all means feel free to, shall we say, follow more of these videos. And if you are one of our Patreons, a big thank you for facilitating us in making these videos, because we're not monetized. That's why there's no adverts or anything. So a big thank you to everyone involved, including yourself, for making it through to the end of this Waffle Fest. It is becoming more of a Waffle Fest right now. So I'm just going to simply say, until I see you soon in Japan for the next one of these, or maybe in the comments, or maybe on Discord, stop talking. For now, ciao ciao.
What for? This, what